What's good, everybody? Welcome back to LDUS Boxing. We back with another one. We got a big show today. We got some recaps, boxing recaps over the week. We're going to touch on all of that. And then we're going to touch on some news and notes, some announcements, all that good stuff, man. So stay tuned. Make sure you guys tap in with the content. Make sure you guys ask any questions, all that good stuff. Feel free. You can follow me on my social media, scrolling across the bottom, Twitter, Instagram, and then, of course, the website. Feel free to tap in with that as well. So we're going to get into it, though. Had a big week of boxing. Got a lot of news and stuff to cover. So we're going to get to it. So this is the first one. This is the first fight I want to cover, November 14th. This was on ESPN+. This was a pretty good fight right here. Claggett versus Medano. This is a good one. It was at 140 pounds. Those guys was going back and forth early, but then Claggett kind of took over and took control of the fight and got a good decision victory. So he improved. He been on a nice winning streak. I know if you see his resume, he got like 9 losses, I believe, but he won 10, 11 in a row, something like that. He been on a nice winning streak, and he got some world rankings right now. So Stephen Claggett can probably fight one of these 140 pounders. He always come to fight. So, he seemed like he got a good chin. If you ain't punching like that, he walking through it. So, and he got a good work rate. So that was a good fight. I don't know if you guys missed it, but I caught it on ESPN+. Y'all been in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. What's up with you, man? Salute. Jose Diaz, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys coming through. All right, we're moving on. So we basically had boxing on like every day last week. This is another one. This is last Wednesday, Pro Box. You had some, good names on the card. I know Jimmy Kelly got a victory. That was a crazy victory. Velasco, he was arguing with the referee. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a DQ. That was crazy. Justin Paldo looked good in his fight. This is the second straight performance where he looked real good. You know what I'm saying? So he won the WBA title, regional title at lightweight. So that's gonna put him in the mix. Lightweight is a good division. Maybe one of the bigger names where he can get opportunity, but he beat Jerry Torrez. He stopped him. So that was a good performance. And then the main event, Scram versus Gonzalez. This is a back and forth fight too. It was a pretty competitive though, all the way through. Scram, he was coming off some good performances. He had a draw, then he had a good win before that on Showbox. He was kind of boxing, using angles, and Gonzalez was coming forward throwing big punches. Before this fight right here was, like one of the only times, like 2 other times that Gonzalez went the full distance, and the other 2 times he lost. But this time he got the victory. You know what I'm saying? It was a close fight, very competitive. Probably could have went either way, but Gonzalez improves to 34-2. He got 33 knockouts. So, you know what I'm saying? That's probably the level of competition. But that was a good fight, though. Scram can come back, though, because he got a good promoter. He got Samson, so he'll always have opportunities. Andrew Gray, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. So that was a solid card. And then Thursday, so it was a big card, Shakur versus De Los Santos. We're going to touch on it from the top to the bottom. I'm going to start with Abdullah Mason. He had a good performance again. You know what I'm saying? He one of those guys that definitely needs to step up. I think probably 3 fights ago, I think it was time. But I think this is 5th time fighting this year. So he's been staying active. He's next. You know what I'm saying? Lightweight. Prospect. I think it's time to step up. No more 6 rounders for him. He got rid of Jose Cardenas. Got rid of him. He dropped him in the round. I think the first round. Then he finished him off in the second round with a straight left hand down the pipe. So it's time to step him up for sure. Give him a couple of 8 rounders and put him in 10s. And he's gonna be I say by the end of next year, he should be knocking on the door of the world title. At least some title eliminators. I think he's that good. We had a good heavyweight fight. Jackson Murray versus Steven Torrez. Those guys was going at it. You know what I'm saying? That was a pretty solid fight between those guys. Murray got the decision, but that was a good fight back and forth. Emilio Vargas, that's another one, up-and-coming prospect at the lightweight division. He got star potential. You know what I'm saying? This is because of the Mexican fan base, his dad, the family thing, with everybody being fighters. He look like a star, you know what I'm saying? And he can fight. So we'll see how they move him. He definitely, he gonna get a lot of shine and everything too. So we're gonna see. I think Mason is better than him, but I think down the line that could be a big time fight between those guys. That'd be a crazy fight. But they both at the same level in their career. You know what I'm saying? But Vargas a little bit. They can market him a little bit better. And he been staying active too. This is like his 5th or 6th fight this year too. So that's good. So I like those performances. Just doing the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Then we had Troy Isley versus Vladimir Hernandez. Now that was gonna be. I knew that was gonna be a solid fight. Hernandez give everybody trouble. Isley was boxing well. I thought that's what got him to fight, because you're going to fight Vladimir Hernandez fight. That's what it is. You're going to fight his fight. Ain't nobody been that disciplined enough not to fight his fight. And if they did, they either just stopped them or whatever. But Troy Isley, he was boxing well. I see he was trying to get some rhythm going, and he wasn't loading up with a lot of shots. He was throwing not a lot of hard shots, just touching them. And Hernandez was coming forward doing what he do. You know what I'm saying? He was landing some good shots too, but then Troy Isley got tired after the 4th, 5th round. He got tired. So I don't know if that style of movement is really going to help him. But he was fighting well in the inside when he did have to. I like how he was counter-punching. And he took the fight. I scored it 5-3. But it's a tough fight. It's a fight that's going to help him in his development. Because Vladimir Hernandez is going to get everybody in trouble. Everybody in trouble. All these prospects coming up, you put them in with Vlad Hernandez, it's going to be a problem. That's just how it is. Floyd Diaz versus Max Hernandez. This is a good fight. This is a fight that was on my radar because Max was coming off a good performance. He came up short in the decision, and Floyd been out for a while with illness and stuff like that. But he looked good. He was sharp. He dropped him. He dropped Hernandez twice in this fight. The first time it was a nice counter, and then the second time he dropped him with a jab. So Floyd was solid. You know what I'm saying? I thought Max got back into the fight down the stretch, but Floyd looked solid. I like it. At 118, he got his power. Like he getting his power, because his first couple of fights, he really wasn't hurting nobody. But his last recent fights, he been stopping guys to the body. He scored 2 knockdowns in this fight. So Floyd Diaz, I like it. 118, so they got another up-and-coming prospect. The welterweight fight, Brian Norman Jr. versus Quentin Randall. Now, this wasn't a good fight, you know what I'm saying? It didn't live up to the trash talk the guys was doing. I knew what it was going to be, though, because Quentin Randall was one of those guys like to slow the pace down. You know what I'm saying? He like to run the 4-corner offense on some basketball type shit. And he don't really give you nothing, then he'll try to land a quick jab and a right hand down the pipe. Brian Norman is an aggressive fighter. You know, he don't have no inside game. He don't have no inside game. He was accepting the clinch and won't do nothing. And he was smothering his work. He probably could have took a step back or two, and probably could have landed some better shots and got his distance. I thought he won the fight because I think he was wearing down Randall down the stretch with just his youth, and he's strong too. He's a strong guy, but he didn't really do nothing too crazy that wowed me. You know what I'm saying? Actually, you know, the more I see him, the more I don't know how those stories is. Like maybe he's a gym guy and not like under the lights, because the stories is different than what we see, and we've seen him 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Randall had an opportunity to win this fight, but I think he just got tired and he just couldn't do nothing. He really wasn't doing nothing in the fight anyway. So, you know, Norman Jr. picks up a regional WBO title, so that will put him in the rankings. So if you doing your matchmaking down the line, you got Giovanni Santillon. That's the only welterweight they got. I know Josh Taylor supposed to come to welterweight, but we still waiting for him. So he'll end up fighting one of those 2 guys. He got 25 fights, you know what I'm saying? So it's time. Kiki in the building. What's good with you? Salute to you. He said, fast. I appreciate that, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was expecting a little more, but it is what it is. This is what we got. So with 25 fights, they got to push him now. They got to push him. There's some good stuff, though. He just got to... I just think if he don't smother himself and keep his distance when he gets to the inside, I think he'll be much better. co-main event. So Navarrete versus Conceição. This is a WBO title fight at 130. Navarrete was the champion. Conceição came to fight. He was fighting with Navarrete. That was the thing. We know that Navarrete was the favorite, and Conceição been through some shit. This is third world title shot. It's like he can't get right. But this fight right here, he was getting busy. And I think the best thing he did, he was punching with Navarrete, and he was making him, respect what he brings to the table. I know he got dropped in the fight. I think it's the third or the fourth round. I forgot what round it was. He got dropped early in the fight. He got back up. And then he got dropped in the seventh. I remember that. But I felt like all those rounds in between, he won those. Like the first 8 rounds. So the rounds he didn't get dropped in, I thought he won clear. Down the stretch of the fight, now Redse got back in there and he won some of the rounds. But Conceição won, like that 11th round, like he looked like he was done. Walking back to his corner, going into the 12th. He came out and fought his ass off, and he won that round. So I scored it for Navarrete, 114-112, but that shit could have went either way though. Conceição showed some shit. He showed some heart. He showed some dog. He showed he can fight with the best of them. And give him another opportunity, man. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Give him another opportunity, man. Navarrete, that wasn't his best performance. It was kind of like the Ruben Villa fight. Like, Ruben Villa got dropped a couple of times in that fight, but he was still in there winning rounds. Same thing with Conceição, but Conceição deserves another opportunity, whether it's with Navarrete or Shaki Foster. They just signed him. Give him another opportunity. That was a good fight. That was the best fight on the card. He keeps smothering his shots. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Inexperience, I think. Probably anticipating that my man was going to hold. But actually, Quentin Randall was fighting better on the inside than he was. And that's what Brian Norman needed to be, in the inside. But I don't know if he got the experience to fight in the inside. He can get there, but I don't know if he going to let his hands go. Conceição surprised me a few times during that fight. He got dropped twice and still kept fighting. Yeah, exactly. And that didn't deter him. He started fighting harder after he got dropped. So I appreciate that performance, man. Like, for sure. He said the same exact thing I said about yeah. Yeah, he all fought him too. All boxed him and all. He wasn't like, okay, when Navarrete do his little tricky movement and throwing his punches, he came right back with his. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't mad at the draw. Conceição was on point most of the night. Yeah, I thought he kind of got tied down the stretch. Yeah, there was good scores because if you look at the scorecard, they only disagreed on one round. That was round 5, and that was the card they gave it to Navarrete, 14-12. So yeah, that was solid. Main event. So definitely we know this is a bad fight to watch. Shakur versus De Los Santos. Both guys, I felt like it was too much respect showed in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Both of them was hesitant. Both of those guys was, I don't know. I know now the style, you got two southpaw counter punchers that's waiting on each other. So who's going to be the aggressor? Shakur wasn't the aggressor. He wasn't counter punching. He flicked out a jab every now and again. And he couldn't find the inside because De Los Santos would wrap him up when they got close. And then De Los Santos wasn't fighting on the inside. And he wasn't really throwing no jab. He had a dart in here and there. But they did too much respect. You know what I'm saying? So this was definitely a bad fight to watch. I know Shakur coming to this fight. He got a lot of detractors. He's on the hate list right now. And this don't help. You know what I'm saying? Only way it really help is you want to see him lose now. You know what I'm saying? Similar to the other guys that got that defensive style and run their mouth and talk shit. You're going to want to see him lose more now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, given the right opponent, we're gonna still check in and see him lose or not. But this wasn't a good performance for Shakur. It wasn't. He just wasn't. I think he tender when he fight punches. We seen that with Nakathila fight. We seen it last night. But I felt like De Los Santos, he didn't show the ring IQ to say, oh, this dude don't want to fight, so let me throw more punches then, or let me just get there. He can do 5 throwaway punches just to land 1. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. He had the opportunity to do that, and I don't know if he was tired. This fight was hard to score, hard to watch. I don't know what you think from it. The best thing I think Shakur did for me, I thought his jab was a little solid, and he controlled the fight in a sense where he gave the illusion that he was being aggressive in spots, and that's what made De Los Santos hesitant. If y'all notice, every time they get into like a little skirmish or whatever, well, let me say this: when they miss punches, Shakur would get on the front foot and kind of make it seem like he ready to get active, but he really wasn't. So bad performance. He wins the WBC title. He gonna get the heat, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So there really ain't too much to say about this. He's still in the driver's seat because he can go home. He can sell out Newark. You know what I'm saying? So he'll always have that in the back pocket. Now, will he be able to get these big fights? I don't know. Will people feel more inclined to go fight him? I think, my mindset haven't changed about him winning these fights with these other top guys. Like, I always felt Tank could beat him. You know what I'm saying? I thought it'd be a good fight, but I thought Tank, I didn't change my mind about nothing. So would the other guys step up and take the fights now? Frank Martin, we got Pitbull Cruz, Zepeda. I think William Zepeda might be the one. You know what I'm saying? If he fighting like that, if Zepeda can find his way in the inside, and he's talking about letting his hands go, then I don't know. I don't know. His stock went down for sure. So we'll have to see. He young. He can bounce back. This performance, he got a lot of hit. That he know he's the villain. There's a lot of people in these streets don't fuck with him. And off that performance, win, lose, or draw, if he would have came out and beat up Del Santos and stopped him in 3, it would have been something else. But this one right here, now they really on his head. So I kind of like how he dealing with the shit though. He admitted that it was some BS. It was a bad performance. It is what it is. But you gotta do better. That's what it is. If Robertson didn't win that fight, I guess a draw is okay. I think Shakur fought a defensive sound fight. Shakur is a counterpuncher. Yeah. He had opportunities to counterpunch in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Stylistically, that shit gonna look like that. If Tank fought De Los Santos, it's gonna look like that. Like we get this thing that these guys, like Tank, he don't throw a lot of punches. He's exciting because, of course, he got skills, he got power, but he got that power to change your life type power. So that's the allure of him. But he take his time to get into the fight and read shit. De Los Santos gonna have him thinking too. Like real talk, some of his fights don't be that good until he catch you. The Rolly fight wasn't that good. Those guys was doing the same thing. They were just trying to. When they try to land, they try to hurt each other. So, it depends, But, Shakur right now is hot for a lot of people down on him. So, of course, he can't do no right. Whether he do perfect. Knowing what I know now, I'm kind of surprised he fought the terrible performances. And, he can come back from that shit, though. It's all good. The Santos he didn't do nothing either. And that's the thing, too. So if Shakur wasn't fighting and won't doing nothing, why De Los Santos? He know where he at. He know what side of the street he on, right? Why he ain't go crazy? You know what I'm saying? Just let me know that Shakur is one-dimensional. He has only one game plan and sticking to it. Shoot, I mean, I don't know if he one-dimensional because he fought differently in the 4 fights before that. You know what I'm saying? He fought differently. He fought differently in those fights. He fought different in the Christopher Diaz fight, in the Joet fight. I just think I think it's with the guys that got power, he fight different. I don't say he one-dimensional. He's gunshot, yeah, for sure. He would do real with that red tape since he said he wanted. I heard about that. I don't know about Zepeda though. I think Zepeda is a tougher fight than Navarrete at this stage because Zepeda, he know how to cut the ring off. He's strong. He got a better selection of punches than Navarrete. So Navarrete got awkward shit. He got a lot of holes, with his defense. Whereas Zepeda, he got a high work rate and he's kind of tight with his shit. You can catch him in between them shots, but I don't know. That's a tough fight. If he punching like if Shakur know he punching, it's a tough fight because Shakur don't throw nothing back to like get the dude off of him or make them think, oh shit, I got something. So I don't know, but I think that Navarrete right now is a better fight for Shakur. What's up, JC? Salute, bro. Oh, he better than NyQuil, yes sir. Don't let your kids watch that fight. They call it CPS on y'all ass. My concern is that he didn't create any offense. Yeah, that's true. He didn't. He wasn't even trying to counterpunch. If Shakur was quiet, people would leave it alone. But his mouth, yeah, like Rigo was having performances like this his whole career. Rigo was having performances like this his whole career, but he got big up though. He's a master boxer. He's this and that. You're right about that, for sure. All right, we're moving on. Friday night, so we had this card. This is at the WBC Convention out there in Uzbekistan. You had the Olympic gold medalist, heavyweight gold medalist, Joelov. He had a first round knockout. So he's 14-0, 14 knockouts. He's going to be a problem. He signed with Top Rank. Whenever he get an opportunity, he's going to be a problem. And then we had Quadras versus Guerrero. This is for the WBC interim title at 115 pounds. Quadras got the victory, close victory. I think the knockdown was the deciding factor. Quadras scored a knockdown in that fight and got the victory. So he is the WBC interim champion at 15. That's for Juan Francisco Estrada, who's been out the ring for a while. I don't know what's up with Estrada. He's supposed to fight Ioka, but that fight not happening this year. So I guess Quadras get an opportunity in front of Estrada again. So they already fought each other, so we'll see. He said never been a fan of Rigo. Yeah, because I remember when Rigo fought Casemiro and people were saying that was a masterclass. I'm just saying. Moving on. So this was yesterday. This was on Peacock right here. This is Boxer. You had Adam Azeez. He had a good performance. This is first 12-round fight. He stopped my man in the 10th. I like Adam Azeez. He's 10-0 right now. He's solid. Long rangey, twitchy kid, can box, got good skills, fast hands. He should be in the mix with these prospects. And when we talk about these prospects up and coming, he should be in the mix. Adam Azeez is fight. He can fight. He's dynamic. Then he got the victory. He stopped the old man, Sangani, won the European title. Richard Harper, he's number 1 in WBO at cruiserweight. He got a second round knockout, easy money. So he's looking to come back in February on the Buatsi and Azeez card. I'm gonna touch on that later. And he's the mandatory for Chris Billum-Smith, who's fighting in December. So the cruiserweight division is over there in Europe and the UK. So, but Richard Rapport can punch. 6'6", he can punch. So this card was yesterday on Peacock. I don't know if you guys missed it. Okay, so let's move on. Almost fell asleep. Yes, sir. I've been moved on. I like you in the bushes though. Salute to you. Appreciate it. So this one right here, this was this on ESPN Plus. This is a Queensberry show. They call it the Magnificent Seven. So they had 7 regional fights. They had 1 world title fight. We're gonna run up the card. Nathaniel Collins got a good victory over Zach Miller. That fight was close. That shit was back. It could have went either way. That was a good fight. Another close fight was Hannah Rankin versus Emma Kuzin. This is for the vacant WBC and vacant WBO titles at 154. So those the belts that Natasha Jonas vacated to move down to welterweight. That fight was close too. I thought Kuzin edged it out. She got the decision victory. It was a split decision. Hannah Rankin, I don't know. She just fight the same in every fight. Kuzin didn't do too crazy, like so much crazy, but in spots, I like how she was shooting her left hand down the pipe. I like Hannah Rankin's body work though, but hey, she didn't get the victory. She came up short. So the winner of this fight can possibly unify this division with Femke Hermanos, who is the IBF champion. The WBA champion is Terry Harper, but she's talking about moving down to 47. We'll see. I guess the winner. I guess Kuzin can. I guess Eddie Hearn can get Kuzin over there, pay some money. But her mandatory should be O'Shea Jones, the U.S. bronze medalist in the Olympic Games a couple years ago. O'Shea just had a first round knockout. You know what I'm saying? So she's number one in the WBC for Kuzin. So we'll see. Echo Esteban versus Harry Scarf. Scarf got the victory. I mean, he just outmaneuvered my man. He will out-hustle him, outmaneuver him. You know, Echo can do nothing. This is a big fight for Echo because he was trying to push to become the mandatory for Jerron Bruce Ennis. You know what I'm saying? So that's out the door. And even if that fight would have happened, Bruce would have been crazy. He don't got nothing for Boots, but Scarf, he was the underdog in this fight. He came through, got the victory, so salute to him. This heavyweight fight, Saul Dakers versus Michael Weston, it wasn't a good fight, bro. Saul Dakers, I don't know, man. He ain't that good to me. He alright, you know what I'm saying? He too relaxed to me. He ain't really take advantage of a lot of the opportunities, but he got the victory. I like Liam Davies though, the kid at 122. He was in a good fight. He dropped my man. I think it was the second or third round, but then the guy dropped him in that same round. So, you know what I'm saying, he had to get his shit together, but he ended up stopping him. You know what I'm saying? Good body work. You know, I like his long right hand. Liam Davis can win a world title. I don't know about fucking with anyway in 122, but given the right circumstances, he still got some more fights to grow, and I think he can be a world champion. Nick Ball versus Isaac Dalby. I thought this fight was going to be a little bit more exciting than what it was, but Nick Ball got the victory. He was strong as hell in that fight. You know what I'm saying? It looked like Isaac Dalby definitely lost a step. I thought he was able to box a little bit better, but that wasn't the case. I think the referee missed a knockdown that Dalby should have got credit for, but Nick Ball just dogged his way to a decision. And then the main event, Nathan Haney, he got the victory over Denzel Bentley. I mean, same type of fight with Scarf versus Usman. He outmaneuvered Bentley. Bentley thought he could just walk in there and hit you with a big right hand or hook and he gonna go home. But my man was still there. He took that shit and he outboxed him. He outboxed him, outfought him, all that good shit. So good victories for them. I mean, Haney may get Janabek. That might be his prize. We know Billy already fought Janabek. It didn't work out for him. He didn't start fighting till like halfway through the fight. So Haney may have to come over here and fight Janabek. Maybe on Tiff Females Undercard. I don't know. In February. He said why it fell through because the WBA ordered Daughter Coast. They ordered Daughter Coast. He said no doubt. Perry on the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Yeah, they're supposed to have a purse bid coming up. The way some of these boxers are talking about Shakur, I'm expecting them to call in the clinic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they're not gonna get the backlash because Shakur is like nobody want to say it or want to talk about it, but they doing him like they did Bud. Only difference is I'm talking about as far as the slander. The performances, you can't speak on that because Bud was beating up everything, and he was still getting hate. He ain't fought nobody too small, too light in the ass, and then he did the same thing to Earl Spence. So I'm just talking about the slander, I ain't talking about the performance in the ring. So they've been slandering him. Some of that shit is warranted. I admit. I ain't mad. Hey, do your thing. I don't really care. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna be this like if we got Ryan Garcia got an upcoming fight, Devin Haney. If they struggle, it's just gonna be something else. Something else going on. You know what I'm saying? It's Ryan's first fight at 40, man. Let him adjust. Or man, Haney facing Regis, man. Yeah, of course it's gonna be a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be something. But those guys get their hate too, though. So it's like a flip side to all that. Haney get his fair share, and so does Ryan Garcia. So we'll see. I'm tapped into both of their fights. All right, here go this one last night. I was at this card right here down in Inglewood. You had Diego Pacheco versus Caceres. This is a good fight. Caceres came to fight, man. He's a tough guy. He been in there with some notable guys. Edgar Berlanga, of course, he drops him and came up short. Billy Joe Saunders, he was winning that fight until he got stopped and late in that fight. And then he fought Eric Bayanza up in Canada. So he's a good trial horse. Good performance by Pacheco in the sense that he weathered the storm, he stayed composed, and he stopped Buddy at the end. Because Caceres got back in that fight. He landed a lot of lead, left hooks, and awkward shots. He was catching Pacheco in between some shots, you know what I'm saying, in the exchanges. So Pacheco came through. He's number 2 in the WBO. He got some world rankings all across the board. I think he is ready. It's time. They built him up. I know Eddie Hearn really don't do well over here in the U.S., but he got 3 guys for sure that he built up from scratch. Diego Pacheco, Mo Williams, and Ray Ford. And all 3 of those guys are close to a world title shot. And Ray Ford fighting for the title his next fight. So we gotta give him props on that. But yeah, good performance by Pacheco. I liked it. I like, sometimes you want to get down on for guys for not them perform the way you think they supposed to perform. But if you understand what's in front of them, then you understand it's a solid performance by him. He boxed well. He used his jab. You know what I'm saying? He waited to the opportunity where he can hit the guy with some good, clean shots. And salute to Caceres, though. He came to fight. He wasn't just going to lay down and shit. So that's a good performance. Next for Pacheco, I would like to see Berlanga. I think he get rid of Berlanga, in my opinion. But it probably won't be him because Berlanga, y'all got to think, Berlanga, he signed to Eddie Hearn with the, he signed with Eddie Hearn so he can get the Canelo fight. You know what I'm saying? So that tells me he may have some say on who he fight. He might not just fight. I'm not gonna fight Pacheco when you promised me Canelo. So now I'm gonna pick and choose who I fight. That's just my sense. I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? When he risked it, if the promise that Eddie gave him, he gonna get the Canelo fight, but you gonna give him Pacheco, that means you ain't gonna give him the Canelo fight. Because Pacheco getting busy in that fight. I don't care what nobody says. Even though Berlanga is dangerous, he still can punch. I like Pacheco. So I'm thinking guys like Carlos Gongora, Ali, Akhmadev, guys like that. Even not Christian. I would love Christian and Billy, but I think he doing something else. Eric Bayanza, Christian and Billy's stablemate. So guys like that for Pacheco, I take. Co-main event: Rivas versus Cruz. I thought this fight would be a little bit better. Rivas was boxing well, counter punching early. You know what I'm saying? Then she kind of slowed. She slowed down. Erica Cruz just outworked her down the stretch. That fight could have went probably either way too. That was a close fight, kind of hard to score, but Cruz and her activity got her the victory. So she moves on. She got a big opportunity at 122. Unified with Ellie Scotty would be a good fight. Ellie Scotty is the IBF champion. With the WBO champion is fighting this week up in France. Maybe she can get that. Or maybe Rama Ali may fight Erica Cruz. I don't know. She got opportunity, so we'll see. My man Rodriguez stopped Cal Ufai, former world champion, first round. That was a shocker. I ain't gonna lie, that was a shocker right there. I didn't expect that. He said good test. Pacheco did really well. Yeah, he did. I thought he did well. Tough guy in front of him. But Rodriguez, I remember watching him fight before, and he didn't look like he had big punching power, but he ran through Cal Ufai. That's a wrap for Ufai. I think Chocolatito ruined him because he ain't been the same since that. So good performance by Rodriguez, 118. Maybe he get a good fight. And then Mark Castro got a victory. The stoppage was bogus to me. That dude, he probably landed 3 punches in that flurry. And they stopped the fight. Jalen Walker had a good victory. Salute to him. What's that? Bazaluna. He had a good one too. Pacheco stops Berlanga height job. I think he beats him. I think he beats him too. We'll see. But I don't know if they're gonna make that fight for him. So yeah. So that's what it is with the recaps though. Pretty good week of boxing. Stuff to talk about. Of course, the biggest news is the Shakur stuff. The lack of performance. I get it. He gonna get a lot of heat. When you say he's the best boxer, the best fighter in the world, you can't perform like that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. We'll see what's next. So moving on to some news and notes. We're going to talk about some announcements, some press conferences and stuff. Start with this one. The Day of Reckoning press conference. This like basically a stacked card. It's crazy. December 23rd in Saudi Arabia. Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. You know what I'm saying? That's my main event. I don't know whose main event y'all looking forward to, but that's my main event. I know they're supposed to do a coin flip and shit. Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin. That's a solid fight. You know what I'm saying? And those guys is on the card at the top of the card because they're trying to build the big fight. Wilder versus AJ. So we looking forward to that. I like this card though. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't complain about pay-per-view. Just not wanting to get this on pay-per-view. Now, so you got those two cards right there. That's solid. But then you got Dimitri Bivol, the number one. I think he's number one in light heavyweight to me. But Turbiev is right there. Like, it's like neck and neck. So whoever, pick your flavor. But Bivol has Leonard Arthur on this card. And this is like a last notice replacement. Well, not replacement, but short notice fight to get put together. But I like Dimitri Bivol. He's been out of the ring for a while. His stock done went down. He had a great 2022. Beat Canelo, beat Zerto. And then he ain't fought. This will be his first time fighting this year against Arthur. And then you got Jay Apataya versus Zorro. Now, Zorro is an up-and-coming guy. Kind of domestic level guy. So this might be probably a mismatch. I think the Bivol fight it's solid. It's a good contender fight. I don't know what Zorro gonna bring to the table because he's been fighting domestic level. But Jay Apataya is something different. He's something different. He's the number one guy at cruiserweight. He a problem. So if he ain't on his A game, Jay Apataya gonna look good again. And we seen him fight in September. He had a night. No, was it September? Yeah, it was September 23rd. Or September 3rd, one of them. He had a nice knockout there, so he turned right back around. He said Hearn ain't going to risk Berlanga. He said Card is crazy, a lot of emotion. Yeah, for sure. And, you know what I'm saying? They say the heavyweight division is dead. I've been trying to tell, you know what I'm saying, JC. But he ain't know about this card, so I guess he know now. I can't wait for the Day of Reckoning now for sure. I haven't watched Zero. He alright. He's an aggressive guy. Fights in UK. He alright. He ain't messing with Jay Apataya. I'm looking forward to this fight right here though. Dubois versus Miller. That's gonna be a good one. Their styles match up real well because Dubois don't take no steps back, and Jarrell Miller damn sure don't take no steps back. You know what I'm saying? Both, I think Dubois is real vulnerable right now. He can quit in both of his fights. You know what I'm saying? And if Jarrell Miller, you know what I'm saying? Jarrell Miller is a bad style matchup to me for Dubois. Yeah, bro, I've been trying to tell you. You know I've been trying to tell you, but hey, it is what it is. That's gonna be a fun fight, for real. Frank Sanchez versus Junior Fall, I like Sanchez in the fight. Herkovich versus Demore. He gonna run through Demore. So you guys bet like that, probably bet the first or second round. He should get him up out of there pretty soon. I'm gonna make sure I'm on those odds right there. Mammadov versus Caballero. That's an interesting fight. Those are two French contenders right there. Undefeated guys. Winston Lee, what's good with you, bro? Caballero can box. He can box. Good boxing and stuff. And then Mammadov, Arslanbek, he's one of those guys. He comes straight to you trying to get busy. So I'm looking forward to it. December 23rd, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be crazy. And hopefully we get the big one after that. Wilder versus AJ, for sure. Then we had this announcement. We finally got Undisputed after what, 24 years or some change. And we get it in 2024. So we got Fury versus Usyk. Long awaited Undisputed fight in the heavyweight division. Fury coming off that shit with Ngannou. He didn't look good. I thought he lost the fight, honestly. And then Usyk, he had controversy in his last fight, but he looked like himself. He still was boxing. You can tell Usyk slowing down just a tad. But he's still a good boxer, skilled, you know what I'm saying, do just about everything right, you know what I'm saying. But we had that controversy with the body shot. So finally we got this one out the way. It's done. After this, I know they got a 2-fight deal. After this fight, it ain't gonna be for Undisputed no more because the IBF gonna strip the winner. Just like they did Bud. So I'm just putting it out there for you guys before, so nobody gets shocked and appalled and be like, why they stripping? I'm telling y'all right now. So looking forward to that. We'll see how the undercard looks. Maybe some of the guys on this December show get on there. We'll see. But I think Bakoli is going to be on there. You may see. Now, I heard they're trying to do Zane versus Efe. You know what I'm saying? Efe came into the new WBO rankings at number 10 off the blue. And we seen Zane in his fight. Zane went to Lake Tahoe. You know what I'm saying? Lake Tahoe, a nice place, but nobody's just going to Lake Tahoe to see a fight. You'll go to Vegas or wherever. So Jane was up there checking out Efe. I think that fight is a good co-main event for this undercard. So we'll see. I like it though. So 2 big announcements in the heavyweight division. So you know what I'm saying, you can't say they're not back. I can't wait to see Ryan on December 2nd. Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about his card too. Yeah, I want to see it too. Yeah, they gotta do that one, bro. They gotta do that one. Wilford without the belts. We gotta see that. He irritated me during the press conference. yeah. Man, Fury he extra. Zane would be on it. Yeah, that'd be a good fight though. That'd be a good fight. Zane was supposed to be on the 23rd, but he injured supposedly. Yeah. Man, Javon, what's good with you, bro? Yes, sir. We got that. Yeah, so maybe he'll be back in time for the February card. We'll see. Alright, moving on. We got some more heavyweight division, but on a lower scale. So Richard Torrez is back. He just got on this card right here. It's gonna be headlined by Robeisy Ramirez. It's the Heisman Night card down in Florida. You got Xander Zayas on the card, Robeisy. Typical top ranked card. They're gonna be testing some of their prospects. But Torrez, this is his first 8 rounder. So his fights all been like guys ain't come to win. And I'm not saying Harper coming to win, but I think it's time to put him in some 8 rounders and eventually get him to 10s because I don't think he learned nothing by fighting the guys he been fighting. Now, will Harper come to fight? I don't know. He's an opponent. Sometimes he's just there to get a check. We'll see. So I'm just pointing out and highlighting that Torrez fighting his first 8 rounder. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully that can build to better competition because I think it's about that time. I think, it's that time, bro. Like real talk, like the people he been fighting, it's been easy, man. He needs some resistance for sure. All right, my next one. So this is a solid signing right here. You got Arnold Barboza signing with Golden Boy, and he would be on the undercard of Ryan Garcia. So I'm gonna touch on Ryan Garcia's undercard right after this. But Barboza is number 1 in the WBO. So you see, if y'all pay attention, y'all see the play with Golden Boy, what they doing on at 140 at the championship level. So you got Barboza, just signed him. He number 1 in the WBO. They signed Ohari Davies, who is number 1 in the WBA, and he's about to fight Ismael Barrasu for the interim title. The winner supposed to get rolling. And then you got Ryan Garcia. He got world rankings across the board. I think he's number 4 in the WBA. So they building up opponents for Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Because why would you sign with Golden Boy if you don't have Ryan Garcia in your back pocket? I think eventually Ryan Garcia versus Arnold Barboza is a solid fight. Barboza's still undefeated. He just been inactive and all that good shit, left top rank. And that's a good LA fight. Both guys being from the area, you know what I'm saying? So good signing. We'll see who he fight on that undercard. making his Golden Boy debut. I don't expect nobody too crazy because he's been on the ring for a while, and you want to keep that world ranking, so you might not give him somebody crazy. But we should see Arnold Barboza December the 2nd down in Houston. It's silent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's nice, right? Yeah. It makes sense because Golden Boy is an LA promoter. He's from LA, and then we look around. You don't want, honestly, you don't want to go to PBC if they unsure with, a network and, but they're not unsure, but you're not going to fight that much over there. So you want to have go somewhere where you at least get 2 or 3 fights a year guaranteed. He was getting fights on Top Rank before he got hurt. So they just split it. So y'all see the play right there. They send up opponents for Ryan Garcia, who is their guy. And then moving on to their undercard. So you got some good names on there. You got Floyd Schofields on the undercard. He has, I forgot who his opponent is, but his opponent is 17-7. It ain't nothing crazy. He should stop this guy. Shane Mosley Jr., he got Joshua Conley. So he's on there. I like Darius Figum. He can fight. He's solid. He fights at light heavyweight, and then you got the prospects, Asa Stevenson, Cabrera, and then you got Sean Garcia. That's Ryan's brother. So he's on the card. So that's the undercard for December the 2nd for you guys to tap into. Headlined by Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte. Yeah, we got some more Golden Boy news. Vergil Ortiz is back with Robert Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, he left him for a couple of fights. And those fights that he left him, he been getting that ailment he had. Rhabdomyolysis, I don't know what it's called, but I guess he overtrained and shit. So now he back with them. He moving up to 154. He's going to make his debut at 54 on January the 6th. I'm looking forward to that because I want to see. I might go out there to see Vergil live. But I always thought they was a good fit together. So when he left, I really didn't get it, honestly. Because I don't know. Because it wasn't like he lost or he looked bad in the fight. I think they split after the Mean Machine fight. But I get why they split, because that same night, Robert Garcia, when he fought Mean Machine, Robert Garcia was over there at the Golden Boy card, the Top Rank card with Joshua Franco. He had that trilogy with the Maloney brother. So Vergil Ortiz, his dad, had to be the head trainer. So I don't know if that was a conflict. He got too many fighters and shit like that. But I actually liked them together, though. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I think Vergil only had one fight since then. What was Virgil's last fight? McKinson. That was his last fight. And he had, I like them back together, though, for sure. Vergil can fight. I want to see. He's not going to get challenged in this fight, though. I'm going to tell you that. The guy he fighting, he got stopped a couple of times. And he just, I don't know why they babysitting him with that matchmaking now. And this kid been calling out everybody. I don't know. But yeah, he ain't going to get challenged in this fight. Sean Garcia fights. I had no idea. Yeah, he like, what, 4-0? He ain't all that damn good. You know what I'm saying? I just hope Vergil will be okay. Nah, for real. I'm with you. I like him too. But I'm with you. Hopefully everything's straight. So we got more. Yeah, this is a good one. This is the undisputed fight between Marlena Esparza versus Gabrielle Fundora. You see, Fundora just won her world title, the IBF title, in October on the Rocha vs. Santillan card against Machina. She washed her. Easy money. She got Marlene. Marlene got the other 3 belts. They fighting on Vergil Ortiz undercard, January the 6th. Undisputed. So first undisputed fight of the year is going to be these ladies right here. Y'all know the dynamics of this fight. Marlena Esparza, Olympian, you know what I'm saying? She been doing her thing. She got one loss to Sinisa Estrada. But she been having some close ones, though. Real competitive fight. She been winning. But I thought she lost her last fight to Alanes when she picked up the WBO title. But Listen, yo, this is gonna be a hard matchup for her because Gabby is 5'9". She a southpaw. She know how to use her range, and she punching. She know how to punch at the end of. She know how to fight at the end of her shots. She got power at the end of her shots. So, Marlene might be in some trouble. So y'all stay tuned. This is gonna be an undercard of Vergil Ortiz, January the 6th. Looking forward to that. Here's another one. Just got signed. You got Natasha Jonas versus Michaela Mayer for the IBF title, the welterweight title. This is January the 20th. This is gonna be a good fight. Good fight. Right now, I like Natasha Jonas in the fight because I love her counter punching. But we're gonna see if Mayer want to take her into some deep waters and make her fight. Natasha Jonas is a good counter puncher with power, and she's been up there 47, 54. And I don't know, man. This is going to be a tough one. But I think if Mayer can keep the pressure on, I want to see her fight long in this fight and kind of keep her range and then pick and choose when she's going to fight inside. But as I'm looking at it right now, I think Jonas I think she has the upper hand slightly, maybe like 55-45 right now. But we'll see. That's a good fight, though, to top off the new year. This is going to be on ESPN Plus, Sky Sports. Y'all already know what time it is. And then we got this one right here, Buatsi versus Azeez. This one got rescheduled. It fell out because Dan Azeez had a back injury. They supposed to fight October 21st. Got postponed. This is a WBA final eliminator. So the winner is the mandatory for Dimitri Bivol. So yeah, this is a good fight though. I think it got add a little spice because Azeez pulled out. I know those guys supposed to be it was friends, and now maybe that kind of put a little fire up under there. But we'll see. This is a good fight though. Good heavyweight fight. Alright, I want to recap a little bit with the WBC convention. Just some of the mandatory stuff that they was doing that they had last week. We're gonna run it down with the heavyweight division. So ain't no mandatories in the heavyweight division right now. So I know people want Fury to get stripped. Man, Sulaiman is not stripping Fury, y'all. Y'all can chill on that. Vergil weight, you got Rosansky, the champion. He gonna fight Badu Jack. That might be on the undercard of Fury versus Usyk. It might be. They said February supposed to fight. Then we got light heavyweight. So Beterbiev is fighting his mandatory Callum Smith in January. So after that, he ain't gonna have one. Super middleweight Canelo is undisputed. If Benavidez beat Andrade, he would become the mandatory, and that fight is supposed to happen next. Don't hold y'all breath. If Benavidez win coming up this weekend, so we'll see. Christian Billy, he want to fight the eliminator. He's number 1 in the WBC, so it's we'll see. 160. So Charlo, like right now, the WBC is rocking with him. He fighting a non-title fight against Jose Benavidez Jr. this weekend coming up. And after the fight, they're supposed to order him versus Adonis, the interim champion. 54. So Charlo don't have a mandatory in the WBC, but they order a fight, an interim fight between Sergey Bochuk versus Sebastian Fundora. I spoke on that on my channel for a couple of weeks. That's supposed to happen in January sometimes. Charles Conwell turned down Fundora. Now he still got his number 1 position, but he's supposed to fight somebody. I don't know. So we'll see. They said that Conwell should fight the highest rated contender. And Earl Spence is like number 3 or something like that. So if Conwell want to keep his position, he got to fight the highest ranking available guy. It's not going to be Spence because Spence fighting Crawford. Welterweight. So Barrios is the interim champion. We know Crawford and Spence is about to happen. Well, it's going to happen next. So Barrios is free to do what he want to do. He may get elevated depending on what Bud do with the belts or what they want to do. I heard Barrios versus Boots is supposed to happen. I don't know. We'll see. That should be crazy. That's a good fight for Boots. And then they're talking about doing a tournament to get the mandatory for Barrios. So I don't know, man. That's just crazy to me. 140. So we got pro Prograis versus Haney coming up in December. The winner of that is supposed to get ordered to fight in the mandatory, and that's Sandor Martin. Sandor Martin is fighting December 16th on ESPN Plus out there in Italy. So he's supposed to get his opportunity. Shakur don't have a mandatory as of yet. Although they're supposed to do, if you win a vacant title, they're supposed to order back-to-back mandatories. But as of yet, I don't know if we got mandatories. So they ain't speaking on that like that. 130. So Shaki Foster. So this is good. Actually, good news. He's supposed to have back-to-back mandatories. He fought and beat the first mandatory, Rocky Hernandez. And he's supposed to get another mandatory by the winner of Vincent, what's his name? Pablo Vicente versus Muhammad Yakovov. You know what I'm saying? They fight on the Benavidez Andrade Undercard this weekend. So now he's in voluntary stage. So perfect. He just signed with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? I think he can do something like Valdez, Cusial, the names he said in the interview. Maybe Nova, get him an opportunity. I like to see him unified with Navarrete. That makes sense to me, but we'll see. So I'm glad he don't have another mandatory that's going to stop bigger fights. There's bigger fights he can get, you know what I'm saying, since signing with Top Rank. So that's what's up. 126. So we're supposed to get Ray Vargas versus Brandon Figueroa for the title. Brandon Figueroa is the interim champion. Ray Vargas is the full champion. The winner of that's supposed to fight Nick Ball. Nick Ball won the eliminator yesterday. So there it is. 122. So we got the undisputed fight December 26th between Anyway versus Tapales. The winner of that is supposed to fight Luis Neri. And Neri, he said he's supposed to fight the winner in May. So there it is. And then Santiago, he's supposed to fight Vincent Astrolabio, his mandatory. That's 118 pounds. Santiago just beat Donaire. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that's what it is, man. That's what they covered in their convention as far as WBC mandatories and stuff like that. So the WBC changed their rules, like knockdown. Yeah. Oh, they did change their rule. And knockdown is our man 10-8. He can only clinch for the what? Hey, WBC be on one. I want Barrios versus Boots. Yeah, I think that's a good fight. I think it's a good fight for Boots. For both. Barrios impressed me. Anyway, in December as well. Yeah, 2-time undisputed out for sure. I think he got this in the bag. So that's what it is. And then the last thing I want to cover, and make sure you guys are informed, we got the fight week scheduled for Benavidez and Andrade. And we're going to cover it. I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do a screen share of it so you guys can see what time it is. Alright, so this is the fight week schedule. So I'll be out there this weekend for that. Well, next weekend for that. But we can look at the schedule though. So Tuesday, now this is interesting to me. Tuesday, the final press conference will be in LA, not Las Vegas. I don't know why. My guess, educated guess, is I don't know. Maybe because they turned down the race car track in Vegas, and there's gonna be too much traffic. I don't know, but it's too much. That's not a good excuse because it's hella traffic in LA. So I don't know. I don't know why, but they having their final press conference Tuesday, November 21st, and that would be in LA. So you know what I'm saying, we get to see all those guys, Charlo, Jose Benavidez, all the that shit's gonna be crazy. So that's what it is with that. Let me keep going. Alright, Wednesday they're having their media workout. So they're gonna be in Vegas for that. So the fight would be at the Mandalay Bay. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody in Vegas or y'all plan on attending the fight, that's what it's gonna be. And if you're also in Vegas, you can go to the media workout. It's open to the public, you know what I'm saying? So you guys want to go check that out. This is the time and the arrivals for each fighter. So if you want to tap into that, feel free. Or you can catch it on YouTube. So that's what it is. On Thanksgiving, they ain't doing nothing. Well, they're supposed to have some type of events, but they haven't announced it, you know, because it's the holiday. So I guess that's why they're doing their fight week a little early, I guess. And then Friday, that's the weigh-in. So that 3 o'clock, that's the ceremonial weigh-in. Those guys will probably weigh in like 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'll be out there. Hopefully I can get the weights before they even come out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know we be doing, you know, some secret covert shit, but they're gonna weigh in early in the morning. So I don't want anybody to get confused by that. When you see them on the scale, they've been weighing in. You know what I'm saying? Because think about guys trying to make the weight. Instead of weighing in first thing in the morning, you gotta wait till the afternoon to do it. Nah, they're gonna do it in the morning time sometime. And then Saturday, you got the fight. Doors open at 1:30, all that good shit. First fight, boom, boom, boom. They got on Showtime. They're gonna have on Showtime YouTube channel. They're gonna have 2 fights on the card. They're gonna have Sergey Lipinets versus Michelle Rivera, and then you're gonna have Vito Melnicki's fight. And then they got all this right here. So there you go. Final press conference is Tuesday, November 21st. So anybody interested to tap in on YouTube and all that good shit, feel free. Yes, sir. So that's what it is, man. That's my live right there. I appreciate everybody coming through the building. Hopefully you guys got something from it. You know what I'm saying? We got a big fight week though coming up. Of course, Benavidez and Andrade. We got the rematch between Chantel Cameron and Katie Taylor. Like, that's going to be crazy. So, November 25th is a big fight week. Oh, yeah, I got you. I'll make sure I do that. I got you. Yeah, I'll be out there. Have fun, baby. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. I was in LA last night. I had to get up out of there, though. It was cool though. The atmosphere was cool. The venue was cool for the Pacheco fight. But, you know what I'm saying? That traffic. I've been trying to beat that traffic. That's why. I appreciate that, bro. Salute to you. So we should be back with the WBO rankings probably tomorrow. We're gonna touch on that. Also tomorrow we're gonna cover the fight week. Let you guys know where you can watch the fight, who's fighting, all that good shit. We're going to cover all that, make sure everybody's good to go. And then whatever else come up, man. And then it's going to be straight, though. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys' time. And I'm out.